Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Mage, and welcome to the channel. This is a short little video about all the mods that I'm using in Tales of the Commonwealth that would be coming Tuesdays instead of Friday, except for maybe the first introduction video that was done earlier today. So, let's give credit where credit is due on all the wonderful mods and mod authors that have done such a beautiful job in putting this series together. Starting with the unofficial patch, Fallout 4 patch. Pretty standard for anyone who wants to mod their game. We have immersion animation frameworks. All of this is done off of the mod list that you can do in here, off of your Xbox. Continuing, we have True Storms Wasteland Edition and True Storms Far Harbor. Both of these are just brilliant mods that the mod author did and making the storms in Fallout more enjoyable, more believable, more immersive. Then there's obviously the Another Green mod. Again, I've demonstrated that on the first video. We have Darker Nights, which I'm using level 2. Yes, level 2, which is 70% darker. This is Darker Nights for the DLCs. So both of these are kind of necessary for those of us who want to do Far Harbor, Nuka World, and so forth. Going on to Fidark. This is an interior mod, which is, as you can see, is compatible with Darker Nights, True Storms, or Vivid Weathers. Do not use Vivid Weathers and True Storms together. Do not do that. You will crash your game or cause it to freeze multiple times. Trust me, I've done it. Optimized Vanilla Texture mod, which is a great, beautiful mod, which just, as it says in the title, it optimizes the vanilla textures. Reverb and Ambient Overhaul mod, which makes your gunplay sounds and your attack sounds and even the inside of buildings sound just a little bit cleaner, a little bit more immersive, and just makes the sounds in the Commonwealth that much more immersive. The full dialogue English mod, it's pretty self-explanatory. That way you can see exactly what your character is going to say without having to guess. Journey is one of my favorite mods that I love to use because this makes it to where if you're using survival mode, there is no fast travel in survival mode. But this allows you, as long as you have provisioners and so forth, you can travel from settlement to settlement. Moving on. Ponytails and hairstyles. Pretty self-explanatory. A lot more facial hair options for male or female or whatever you want to do. This one is one of my favorite ones. It's one of the ones I use for a lot of my main 6 characters. These are prefab facial mods that this mod author did for male and for female, and they're just brilliantly done. In fact, you can even have a character that either looks like Piper or Kate, and I think he did. This mod author did one for Kellogg and Father, where you can look like those ones. Scravver's backpacks. That's basically just allows NPCs to carry backpacks. And you can find them and mod them and so forth. Fusebox, that's a cheat. Fusebox for Alls allows basically you to create a quiet generator that gives you 10 power that is not noisy and spewing toxic fumes. Simple Coffee, because yours truly loves coffee. And I love this mod. Highly endorse that mod. Wasteland Clothing gives, as you saw earlier in my previous video, of giving the wasteland clothes that actually fit the time period, fit the style or aesthetics of people living in this kind of environment. And then, of course, there's Eleanor's Armor Compendium, which, seriously, I did not realize this one was on the Xbox, and when I found it on the Xbox, I jumped on it like bees and honey. Alright. Better Settlers Xbox Edition. This really allows the settlers to look not like the vanilla. They actually have different ways of doing things. There's even some ways where you can make the settlers have a morale aspect to it. It's actually a lot of fun. Smokable cigars and cigarettes. It's basically a quick way to do a save point, as you saw in my first video. The Wealthier Commonwealth. This mod enhances the experiencing of looting. So if you're tired of finding, like if you go into a boss fight in certain areas, like let's say Backstreet Apparel, and you go into that nice big chest and you're like, there's nothing in here except for like some scrap and some ridiculous bullets, and there's like a little bit of coin. It's like, wait, these guys were protecting this? Minuteman Watchtowers, which again, Xbox Edition. Same thing for the Minuteman Watchtowers in the PC version. I saw it on the Xbox. I liked it, so I went with it. More vault rooms for Vault 88. So for those of us who don't mind Vault 88 and like Vault 88, I was disappointed in the number of rooms that we got when we built our own vault. We didn't get the cool barbershop one or the school room or anything like that. This gives you that. Vault Looter Easy Mode. There's 3 different modes for this one. Easy, medium, and hard. Easy just allows you to have Pip-Boys and vault suits. Just much easier to get in the game. Keep Radiant quests in the Commonwealth. Oh dear God, how many times have I have done like the one that's in this picture right here, where she sends you, you're like level 9, maybe, and she sends you to freaking Far Harbor or Nuka World, and you're like, I'm only level 6, maybe level 9, and you want me to go to a place that requires you to be level 20 and above. No. This keeps Radiant quests in the Commonwealth, not sending you to places that you cannot do. Backpacks of the Commonwealth, pretty self-explanatory. Planted plantables. No more floating carrots, no more floating corn, no more floating razor grain. Keeps everything to the ground. Ballistic weave unlock. I, for one, don't like having to do this, the wonderful railroad in the Fallout universe, and then doing a bunch of quests just to unlock ballistic weave. I like it in the beginning of my game, not later on. Sofa Surfer, self-explanatory, allows you to sleep on couches. Why can't your character can sleep on a dirty mattress on a sleeping bag in the middle of nowhere, but yet you can't sleep on a nice comfortable couch? Yeah, right. This allows you to sleep on a sofa. Tiny workshop pack. This is just aesthetics. Gives you like 2 scrappy beds, immersive toilet paper rack with the right way around, like it does in the picture. Coffee wall sign, potted plants, baskets, and a scrappy bathtub. Desktop terminal. Oh dear God. This should have been in the vanilla. I love this mod right here. It's a dinky little mod, but How many times have you wanted to just store and move the desk that has a terminal on it, but you can't move it? As soon as you move the desk, the terminal disappears. So you have to leave the desk there, even though that's not what you wanted. But you wanted to keep the desk and the computer together. This allows you to create your own desk terminal and being able to play your stuff without having to worry about it. Do it yourself. I don't do decorations in this game. I don't. It's not like Morrowind where you can just place it and it stays put. It's more like Skyrim where you put things exactly where you want it and you spent like 20 freaking minutes to get it in there, and then the next thing you do, you go and load up your base or your room or whatever, and all of a sudden things go flying across the room, explodes, or worse, a settler bumps the table and it goes scattering across the room. So these two allows your decorations to stay put, kind of like it was in the cabin. Minuteman Morale Pack just allows you to have decorations to boost up the morale and the styles and the influence of the Minuteman. Railroad Redone. This does the railroad's headquarters to make it look like a believable headquarters for the Underground Railroad. And here's the big one. Commonwealth Superhero. This allows modifications to either the Mechanist or the Silver Shroud outfits and customize your superhero the way you want, as long as you have the materials to do it. It allows you to do really crazy outfits and modifications to the Silver Shroud and to the Mechanist outfit. Radio Good Neighbor. Oh dear God, I love this one. This allows you to have a radio station that allows you to not only have the Silver Shroud stories whenever you want, but also allows her to sing as if she was singing not only to the third rail, but live on the radio. That one is the headquarters of my main character, Victor. So let's keep moving. Organized Militia, Lightwear. This just allows the Minutemen to look like they're slowly becoming more and more of a militarized style militia. That's pretty much what it does. See-through scopes, pretty much self-explanatory. Better companion perks for the Xbox. So there's a couple of perks in the companions that suck. These don't. This is pretty much that easy. Tactical distraction system. This allows you to whistle. This allows you to throw little bolts that you want to create and other such things to basically be more of a sneak build and distract the enemy to get them into position where you want them, or just move around them. Either way. Sneaky kills. This allows better ways to sneak attack characters with your knives or your blunt instruments or anything like that. Alert carry weight, lower your weapon. This literally lowers your guns and not takes up a large property on your screen. Tales of the Commonwealth, the very reason why we have this playthrough. This is the main mod that we're going to be using to do our playthrough. Unique uniques. War never changes unique uniques. This mod changes unique uniques for War never changes. And last but not least, we have immersive Fallout, not immersive Fallout that overhaul one. This is an immersive, allows you to have better walk designs, shifting your gameplay towards what actually makes sense from a logical standpoint. A little bit more realism when you're doing gunplay and walking. And last but not least, the Fallout 4 Overdrive Xbox. This seriously helps run your Xbox, especially when you're in downtown Boston, and makes it run properly. These are the mods that I'm using for the heavily Xbox Tales of the Commonwealth. I think each and every one of these mod authors, you should check each and every one of them out. They are on your mod list right here. Check them out. And I thank each and every one of you. Like, subscribe, all that wonderful jazz, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.